Et salut tout le monde, bienvenue dans ce nouvel épisode de Red Dead Redemption sur la PlayStation 4. Allez, on va aller voir ce qu'elle nous veut, la miss. Des femmes et du bétail.
Mr. Marston.
Mr. Marston!
About your plans.
Have you, Miss McFarland?
Yes, from Lee Johnson. To settle here and build a life for yourself.
I'm afraid those aren't my plans. See, I already have a life. Well, I had one, and I'm trying to reclaim it. Or maybe what you could say is I had two, and I'm trying to end one of them so the other can survive.
You do so love to talk in riddles, Mr. Marston. Do you do that, I wonder, as a substitute for having anything interesting to say?
Ah bah sympa.
Probably, Miss McFarland.
Oh, call me Bonnie, you fool. Call me Bonnie.
Miss McFarland, I'm married. I have a son. I had a daughter, but she died. Years before that, I rode in a gang. We robbed banks, trains, held people ransom. We killed people we didn't like. Bill Williamson was in that gang. Now, if I don't capture my former brother in arms, great harm will befall my family. Now, I don't suppose any of this is very interesting to you, but I hope it explains why I wasn't so eager to talk about it.
No, I do understand. I had no idea. You poor man.
Even in this new country, memories don't really fade. My father was an illiterate Scot born on the boat into New York. He never saw his homeland, but to hear him talk about it, you'd imagine he only ever ate haggis and wore a kilt. And he hated the English for what they had done to his great-grandparents that he'd never met. People don't forget. Nothing gets forgiven.
That's true, especially when it comes to money. And you know, even now, after all his labors, my father's debts are still terrible. I worry every day about us losing the ranch. It would kill him.
My father died when I was 8 years old. His eyes were, well, let's just say he was blinded in a bar fight south of Chicago. My mother died during childbirth. She was a prostitute, and he was...
Oh, la totale.
Well, I don't know what he was. So I
Son
was
client.
sent off to an orphanage and ran away and fell in with a gang.
My word. What a difficult life
C'est
you
clair.
lived.
The leader of the gang taught me how to read, taught me how to see all that was good in the world. He was a great man in a way.
But you killed people.
Sure. I
Wow.
suffered for it.
Si elle savait ce que j'ai fait depuis que je suis arrivé là.
Said too much, Bonnie. I'm an uneducated killer, sent here to do all I can do well. Kill a man in cold blood so that another man may do his part to cut crime in an area, and a rich man can be elected governor on the back of these promises.
Civilization is a truly beautiful thing, Mr. Marston. Listen, can you help me?
Well, I can try. What do you need? Money?
No, nothing so complicated. I need an extra hand to take out the herd to
Oh.
pasture.
Sure. Point me in the right direction.
Ça me fume.
Alright, let's head over to the cow pen. It's about time a budding farmer such as yourself learned how to herd cattle. Thank you for telling me all that back there. It must have been hard for you.
Hope you understand now why I've been playing my cards somewhat close to my chest.
I didn't know you had a wife and child. Then again, I don't think I ever asked. They're lucky to have a man like you.
I ain't so sure about that, but thank you.
Ah ouais.
How are you, Miss McFarland?
Let's go.
Faut l'amener où?
Get behind the herd. That should start them moving in the right direction. Assuming they aren't put off by your smell. How do you do, sir?
Come on.
Job, Mr. Marston.
That's it.
Herd the cows down the road. Pretend you know what you're doing.
Look at the cowboy.
Oh, tu vas où là? Tu vas écouter, oui?
Come on.
I've been hearing about this midway that Indians and Indians. Mighty quick.
Get right at them. Drive them this way.
You're a rancher now, Marston.
Come on. Let's go. Come on.
Nail it down. Keep going,
All
Mr.
right, let's
Marston.
move this large herd out to the far pasture.
Ok.
Keep sweeping behind them. That way they'll stay together.
Watch for the runners. Keep them tight now.
Yeah. Let's go.
Elle fait quoi elle?
Go. Get a move on.
Ok. Alors les bêtes à cornes.
You're not bad with the herd. Ranching might be your true calling, Mr. Marston. Either that, or you were a cow in a past life.
Thank you, Miss McFarland.
I'll see you later. I have work to do back at the ranch.
Ça roule Raoul. Allez.
Come on.
Donc là on a deux solutions. Soit on va voir Bonnie. Ce qu'on va faire puisqu'on est à côté. Hein. Qui tire là? Ok.
Come on.
Ah. Qu'est-ce qui se passe? Je sais pas ce qui se passait là, il y a la musique qui s'est énervée d'un coup. Par contre j'ai pas... Ah non, j'ai pas. Ok. Ah, de la diligence. Donc là, il se passe des choses par contre. On va aller voir. En fait, on fait que des allers-retours. On fait que des allers-retours entre le ranch et la ville là. Bon, il va clairement rentrer dans mon top 10 des jeux PlayStation 3. Mon objectif, c'est d'essayer de jouer un max de bons jeux dont j'ai entendu parler ou quoi. Pour pouvoir me faire voilà, un bon top 10. Parce que c'est bien beau d'avoir le full set. Il faut jouer au jeu. Et c'est pour ça d'ailleurs que le Batman, il est dans mes... Je voulais absolument faire le Batman cette année. Et j'ai pas eu le temps. C'est un truc de fou. Trop... Une énorme année 2023. Qu'est-ce qu'il y a? Il est plus là? Dites-moi pas que c'est pas vrai. Ah si, il est là. Qui? Oh putain, ça va tellement vite. Qui aime descend bien, c'est ça? Qui aime bien descend bien? Je sais parce que j'ai la liste des missions là sous les yeux.
Listen, son, I know you got a mission. Right now, I need another gun.
Why? What's happening?
We've had this problem for months with this group of bandits who are getting drunk and murdering settlers. Last night, they went to a big place up near Ridgewood.
They burnt the place down, killed the men, burning most of them alive, and raped the women.
Ah,
Women
mais...
folk then got their throats slit. One of them survived and walked in here this morning.
Anyway, we got a posse gathering up near Ridgewood. Will you ride with us?
Bien sûr.
All right.
Mais dès qu'il faut buter des mecs, tu m'appelles, shérif. Tu le sais, ça. Tu peux compter sur moi dès qu'il s'agit de buter du mec. Oh, lui, il picole. Il n'a qu'un œil, il picole.
Hey, wait up!
Attendez, on va pas attendre que tu picoles, frérot. Ah, les petites missions avec le shérif, là.
I did. For a man who claims to have found a remedy to all ailments, he was in pretty bad shape.
His tonic has helped a great many people. It's a medical breakthrough from the East, the result of years of research.
If only it could cure him of his diarrhea of the mouth.
Ah.
I wouldn't be so dismissive of science if I was you. Times is changing fast.
Putain, mais c'est
He's
beau
no
quand
more a
même.
scientist than I am a priest.
Franchement,
People can spend their hard-earned money however they please.
c'est un beau jeu PS4 quand même. Clairement.
A more flannel-mouthed bunko artist I've never met.
Hey, Marshall.
Je te colle peut-être un peu. Dis-moi. Attends, mais on arrive. C'est pas mes terres par ici? On fait quoi là? Ah, faut que j'aille voir. Pardon, j'ai pas vu. Oh là là, les bâtards. Je suis censé voir quelque chose là? Allez. Je suis censé voir quelque chose, je pense. Il faut que j'y aille avec mon cheval? C'est comment? Ah ouais, fallait que j'y aille avec mon cheval. C'est ouf. C'est dingue.
Man, this don't look too good.
Somebody was so busy killing people they went and dropped their gun.
Ah, c'est bon ça. Clac, clac. Ça se recharge. J'aime bien. Oh. Carabine à répétition. Ah, ma Winchester, elle est mieux, non? Moi, je préfère ma Winchester, en vrai. Non? Je sais pas. Allez, on va rejoindre la troupe. Putain, mais c'est pas par là qu'il y a mes terres? Ah. Je crois que je suis jamais allé aussi loin. Hein. Là-bas, il y a encore de la fumée. Petit cimetière. Il y a des vautours. Putain, c'est des chiens de la casse, les mecs. Qu'est-ce que c'est que ces mecs? Ok. Pourquoi il est souvent? Mais attends, mes frères! J'ai appuyé sur croix, pourquoi il est descendu? Oh, la petite musique là. Examiner les environs. Oh putain, j'ai rien peu avec moi.
Split up and search the area. John, you check the buildings in the barn.
Shed's clear, Marshal. No one here. Yeah.
C'est qui lui?
That ain't right. No one would board up a barn like this. Break that door down. The rest of you, get your guns ready.
Comment je fais? Ah, il faut tirer sur les planches. Ok. Oh la vache. Ça pue. Hein. Ah ouais, c'était sûr. Il est mort, lui?
Holy sweet mother of mercy.
Please don't shoot me. Some bandits came by and took us hostage. They're holed up in the farmhouse. Some of my family is being kept hostage inside.
Aïe, 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 aïe.
All right, boys. We need...
Putain, le flag. Pourquoi il prend... Attends. Je veux prendre ça, moi. El Mexicanos, là. Ah, c'est le même. Il y a des mecs à l'intérieur. Hein.
Excuse me, partner. I ain't getting fresh.
Moi, je pique tout. Hein. Attends, je fouille, hein. On sait jamais, je fouille, hein. Je peux pas tirer? Pourquoi je peux pas tirer? Merde, il est avec moi. C'est pour ça que je peux pas tirer. Attends. D'ici, on va peut-être... Mais il n'y a pas un truc plus simple, là?
What have you got for me?
Ils sont là-haut. T'es avec moi, toi? Ils sont là-haut, frère. Ils sont là-haut.
Ain't you a pretty little thing? I'm gonna enjoy this!
Oh my good God!
Putain, il m'a
You're
fait
gonna be
mal.
alright. Head for the shed in the back as soon as it looks clear.
Oh, thank God.
There's a deputy waiting for you in the shed out back. Make a run
Ça
for
va,
it when
madame?
it's clear.
They did unspeakable things.
Look like that's all of them. Let's see how the hostages are doing.
Ah putain, à chaque fois je me fais avoir. Ça c'était une bonne libération, hein. Mais par contre il y a un mec que j'ai pas fouillé, Marshall. Putain, il y a pas une roue des armes? Pardon.
Some folk tried to escape him to the south, but then some robbers started chasing him down like wild dogs. I thought you were supposed to protect us, Marshal.
Bah c'est ce qu'on fait là.
You folk ain't men. You ain't nothing.
Mais qu'est-ce qu'on vient de faire là,
Some
frère?
man on a government
Calme-toi.
payroll taking money that the rest of us had to pay for with our lives.
T'as craqué ou
What
quoi?
is wrong with this country?
Not up, men. The man that kills the boss of that bunch gets $50.
Ah c'est pour moi
It
ça.
ain't about the money, Marshal. These are people's lives, people's homes.
Mais qu'est-ce qu'on est en train de faire? Arrête de grôler. Oh c'est fou les gens.
Come on, they're gonna get away. All right, let's find those bastards.
Attends. Je vais me mettre en mode... Merde! Ah mais pourquoi il fait ça? Allez, let's go. Wouhou.
Let's just say he's the currency in a complicated transaction.
What the hell you talking about?
Some people I have the displeasure of knowing want him dead.
Why does that involve you?
We used to run in a gang together. He was once like family.
If this is how you treat your family, I'd hate to see what you do to your enemies.
That was a lifetime ago. And bearing in mind, he's left me for dead the last 2 times I've seen him. I'm about figuring we've moved past the family part. Let's go.
Is that somebody on the cliff?
Whoa.
You just walk away now, John. I didn't kill you before, but I sure as shit will now.
Get yourself down here, Bill. You know you ain't man enough to stop me. You know I don't want to kill you, but I will.
You always did have a high opinion of yourself, John. Dutch always said you were an arrogant son of a bitch.
Dutch est un
I guess he was
salopard.
about right. Get him, boys! Hey, take cover! In that shed!
Attends, mais...
Keep together and stay in here. This is the best cover we got.
Ok.
This sure is pleasant.
Kill those rapists.
You must have a real bad death wish.
Let's see what you got. You'll pay for what you did at Ridgewood.
C'est trop facile comme ça en fait.
Heads up, more of them coming down the hill. Stay in cover.
Ok.
Surrender, or we'll kill
Oh.
every last one of you. French whore.
Il vise plus.
We're gonna burn Fort Mercer to the ground.
Quoi? Mais lui!
Goddamn rapist.
Eh, ça marche plus. Je suis Keblo. Attends, y'a un mec là.
Damn you.
Il est où, frère?
Hey, look what I got here.
Putain!
There's something that you said.
C'était bugué dès que j'ai bougé en fait.
Come here, boy. Come on,
Mais il est
Richie.
fou lui.
Yeah. Oh.
Norman Deek.
C'est un ouf lui.
Nice to see you again, buddy.
Hey
Good
buddy!
help, John. Norman here is going to help us get to Bill. Ain't you, Norman?
Thank you, Mr. Deke. Mighty kind.
Fuck you.
Hog time. Let's get him to jail.
On le finit sinon. 50$! Allez! Bon, la réputation plus 150 là. Par contre, on est d'accord que... Pas de petit profit quoi. Après tout, j'ai buté tous ces mecs.
This is mighty generous of you, mister.
Ah, il n'y a plus les corps. J'entends des tirs. Putain de Snake Ass! Je l'ai vu trop tard. Je suis dépecé pour la peine.
This is a messy one.
Il y a un train.
Come on, let's get this over with.
Je commence à être un peu riche quand même. Alors, en fait, ça se transforme directement en pognon quand tu déplaces. Ouais, je suis un dingue. Ok, bon, alors du coup on est où là? C'est quoi ça? On va aller voir Mr. Dickens. Faut suivre le chemin de fer? Bizarre. C'est joli quand même de nuit. Bah, c'est pas bizarre en fait, non, le chemin de fer il va forcément au village, donc c'est même plutôt logique pour le coup. C'est fermé. Ok, la quête n'est pas activée. Entre 5h du matin et 10h de l'après-midi, putain. Mais tu sais quoi, on va voir si on peut dormir chez nous. Oh, les mecs là avec les chapeaux là. Pardon, elle a dit. Regarde comment il me suit du regard. Ah, excellent. C'est ici chez moi. Ah, je peux me changer. Moi je suis un cowboy. On est cowboy nous. Quelle heure est là du coup? Moi je voudrais faire passer le temps. Comment j'ai fait pour faire passer le temps? Je peux pas faire passer le temps d'ici? Je pensais que je pouvais faire passer le temps. En même temps, je suis pas vraiment chez moi, là. Je suis où, là? Ah si, je suis chez moi, là. C'est ma maison, ça. C'est mon truc. Oh. Ah, c'est bon. Ah, bah, cool. Le mensonge ne paie pas. Quoique...
And I can tell you with no uncertainty that miracle cures are no laughing matter. I bid you good day, sir. Oh, Mr. Marston, good to see you. How have you been keeping?
I'm well, Mr.
Mr. West Dickens. Nigel West Dickens of East Cheap London.
C'est lui qu'on a sauvé.
And Armadillo, New Austin. At your service.
At my service.
At everyone's service, at the service of science, of knowledge, of life.
How are your wounds?
Hmm? Much better. But then they would be.
Would be.
I know a cure for all ailments, Mr. Marston.
Ah, I'm sure you do. And I'm sure for just $2 an ounce, I could live forever.
Oh, but for you, sir, I do a bulk discount rate of
Tu te fous de ma gueule?
As long as you buy 100 ounces or more. That's a lot of immortality.
Give it up, old man.
That's Mr. West Dickens to you, boy.
Give it up, old man.
Listen, Marston, I'm broke. But this stuff is good. It works. I need a healthy young man like you. Come along, and let's ride over to my newest customer at Ridgewood, and I'll explain while we go.
Tu payes combien? Il est trop gentil, Mais il est trop gentil, ce John. Il est beaucoup trop gentil.
about you, Mr. West Dickens.
And I about you, John Marston.
Hoodwinking the weak, gullible out of their hard-earned money.
I need a boy who is gullible, if I may be so bold. Stay on the road! We're going to destroy the merchandise! For heating.
Ah, j'avoue, on va pas très. Oh la vache.
You're as full of wind as a horse with the collar.
I have been blessed with the gift of language, and for that I will not apologize. But the West Dickens elixirs speak for themselves. My thousands of happy customers attest to that.
Those men trying to kill you didn't look so happy.
Skepticism is the bastard child of progress, John. Knowledge makes a fool into a doubting Thomas. If my tonic is such a sham, how do you explain the fine battle in which you find me? Last time you saw me, I was knocking at death's door.
You should thank the doctor for that. I reckon you were acting it up worse than it was.
Act I can, John. A more convincing Othello there has never been. And so shall you, a fair Iago or Cassio make.
I don't like the sound of this.
Showmanship, John. The flourish, the bow. We are operating in a competitive marketplace. Our product must stand out.
And how does this involve me?
We're going to use your God-given talents to our advantage.
I'm really starting to
I'll
regret
drop
this.
you off at the outskirts of Ridgewood. That way, it won't look like we came together. Once I'm set up, saunter nonchalantly into the crowd that is sure to be forming. Eventually, I will call you up to try my tonic. After extolling the virtues, I will have you perform a few feats of wonder to amaze and impress the paying public.
Such as?
Oh, nothing out of the ordinary for a man in your line of work, I assure you.
So it is all a sham.
No, just a little innocent ballyhoo. Recent fields of enterprise, that's all. Do you think that buxom young girl you see on the Voyage camera posters knows the first thing about photography? Best you alight here, dear boy, so no one sees us driving together. See you shortly, and remember...
Putain, mais ça, c'est le ranch qu'on a sauvé tout à l'heure?
Are you sure? Friends! Hard-working souls of Cholla Springs, gather round, gather round. Do you suffer from rheumatism, lumbago, acute chronic sciatic, neurologic or inflammatory pain? Well, I represent.
Je pense qu'il y en avait beaucoup à l'époque des mecs comme ça, parce qu'on le voit souvent dans les BD, dans les films.
Neuralgia, earache, toothaches, backache, swelling, sprains, sore
Ah
chest, swelling of the throat, contracted cords and muscles, anxieties and ravaged nerves, stiff joints, wrenches, dislocations, cuts and bruises, and it adds vitality and vigor to the healthy man.
But can you prove it, old man?
Oh, I'm sure there's some customer here who could prove the qualities of it by... Take a drink right now. You, sir, come up here. Step right up.
Comme par hasard, le seul mec qu'ils connaissent pas dans le ranch, tu vois.
That's the spirit. Ladies,
tu vois, il va me rendre malade ce con avec son truc de merde.
This poor, wretched volunteer, entirely unknown to me, will demonstrate the effects of Dr. West Dickens' own patent tonic. Be you a cowpoke or athlete, this miraculous elixir developed with the wisdom of the East keeps the muscles supple and relaxes the cords. It loosens the joints and gives a feeling of youth and vigor to the whole system. Not possible, I hear you say. Well, doubt no longer. Faith can move mountains, but I ask not for faith. I am a man of science, and today science will be vindicated. Your eyesight is greatly improved. Is that not so, friend?
If you say so.
That's right, it is. You heard him. What a sport you are, sir. Now, gaze over yonder at that porch. If you squint, you may just be able to make out the skull that's hanging there. Go ahead, friend. Shoot that skull and demonstrate the miraculous eyesight you now possess. Remarkable! The eyesight of an eagle, granted by imbibing Dr. Westickens' own patent tonic.
Anybody can make that shot. This man is a fraud. If your eye's so damn sharp, why don't you try shooting my hat out of the air?
My friends, our test case has been challenged to shoot a gentleman's hat out of the sky above our heads.
You can fool these people, but you ain't fooling me. Right. Let's just see how sharp you is with a moving target.
Steady yourself, stranger.
Attends. C'est comment le mode sang-froid?
I thought we was here to see miracles.
Have you ever seen such an eye? Behold the power of the elixir, plucked out of the sky.
Hey! Hey! What? You think you can put a hole in a man's hat and just walk away, do you?
Mais c'est toi qui m'as dit de tirer dessus.
Come on! Are you a man or not?
A challenge of battle has been offered to our volunteer. Let the battle commence!
Attends.
Come on, friend. Come on. Say good night, friend. You hit my... You want to...
Can you believe your eyes?
Eh ouais, je suis méga fort. C'est grâce à l'élixir du docteur.
Do not let this opportunity pass you by.
Look, he's over there. Go get him.
This ends now.
Watch out! He's got a gun.
Who the hell do you think you are? You ain't leaving.
C'est toi Fallait pas le tuer. Ah, le désarmé.
Marvelous shot, dear boy. The kind of deadly accuracy that can only be afforded by the West.
Allez, ça bon, ça se vend.
Come, I have plenty for all.
Get out of my way.
Hey! Where are you going?
I want a bottle. Get me a bottle, please. One of them, right here.
No harm in trying one bottle, I suppose.
Well, I think that went kind of well, don't you?
I'm just glad that my normal job involves either chasing after
Ah bah nickel, on va pouvoir arrêter juste après cette petite mission.
Don't be like that.
Now, if you'll excuse me, I'd like to say my goodbyes, head on back to the real world.
Wait, sir. I've been thinking about your predicament, and I think I may have an idea. I've been thinking I could be your cunning Odysseus. Beware of the Greeks bearing gifts, sir. Williamson had better beware. We will make them into Trojans.
I don't rightly get you.
I want you to go and see my old friend Seth. He can come across as a little curious, but I'm sure you two will get on. He's most often found at Coots Chapel. He's very devout.
Why see him?
Because between him and me, we can get those gates to open for you, and you can walk right in, just like in Homer's great Trojan yarn!
Ok, on a fini notre petite mission. Par contre, je suis comme un con là, j'ai... Ah si, bon, ça va. On m'a fait peur. Du coup, on va s'arrêter là. J'espère que vous avez kiffé cette petite vidéo. Moi, j'adore. J'adore le jeu. Je suis comme un fou sur le jeu. Ah, il n'y a plus de... À Armadillo, il n'y a plus... Il faut que j'aille voir Bonnie. Ok, donc ça va faire beaucoup de chemin. J'espère que vous avez kiffé cette petite vidéo. Et nous, bah, on se retrouve, je ne sais pas à quelle fréquence je poste ces vidéos alors que je tourne ça. Parce que je vous dirais que je m'en fais un petit paquet là, de vidéos avant de commencer à vous les poster. Quoique j'ai peut-être commencé quand même parce que... Enfin, j'ai peut-être déjà commencé. Parce que j'ai quand même pas mal de... J'ai un petit peu d'avance. Voilà, bah, j'espère que vous avez kiffé et on se retrouve très rapidement pour la suite de cette grande aventure dans les plaines de l'Ouest. Allez, salut tout le monde.